After obtaining the coordinates to Moff Gideon's light cruiser, the Mandalorian Din Djarin set about rescuing the Force-sensitive child Grogu. As he could not go alone, he enlisted the help of the Mandalorian warriors Katan and Koska Reeves, alongside the captured Dr Pershing and his Lambda Class Shuttle. Whilst Boba Fett creates a diversion with the Slave One, the group infiltrated the cruiser according to plan. Soon, however, their plan begins to fall apart, as Mando separated to attempt a rescue. Despite depressurising a platoon of Dark Troopers and defeating Moff Gideon in combat, the rescuers were confined to the bridge as the Dark Troopers began to breach the shields. The droids soon slammed the blast doors, and having had trouble defeating one, an entire legion seemed impossible. But before the Dark Troopers could break through, an X-Wing boarded their ship, and its pilot took the attention away from the rescuers. The hooded figure used a lightsaber and force abilities to destroy the troopers, and the others had been saved. Entering the bridge, the figure reveals themselves to be the Jedi Luke Skywalker, and this was the home Din Djarin had been looking for, passing over Grogu from his protection. But what if Luke Skywalker had never saved Grogu? Would the Mandalorian and his allies escape? What would Moff Gideon do? As you're about to discover, the absence of Luke Skywalker could have altered the fate of those aboard. Moff Gideon smirked as he watched the monitor of the Dark Troopers, homing in on their location. Soon everyone would be dead, apart from him. Now they could hear the Dark Troopers turning towards them and punching their blast doors. Beside him, Bo-Katan was furiously looking at the monitor until she had a brainwave. Running to the nearby subspace transceiver, Bo-Katan sent an emergency transmission to the planet of Corvus, asking for the help of Ahsoka Tano and informing that the child was in danger. Before she could add further details, the Dark Troopers had broken through. Everyone turned to deflect fire from the blaster rifle, hiding behind the controls for cover, but the Dark Troopers stepped on top of them, as Fennec Shand was lifted into the air, then pushed into the window. From the ground, Gideon attempts to kill her with his hidden blaster, but is stopped by Bo-Katan, who threw Gideon into the Dark Troopers. This was a momentary distraction for the third generation combat droids, who stopped firing and resorted to heavy punches. Mando rolled across the floor, picking up Grogu, fortunate that his Beskar armor could withstand the powerful hits, and relocated him into a small corner before using his pure Beskar staff. After killing several Dark Troopers, the entire platoon sent repeated punches to his head, projecting him backwards. Everyone was cornered, and their only consolation was that Moff Gideon had been killed in the battle. Suddenly, Grogu began waddling from his corner and looked outside as the Slave One fired at the ship as Boba Fett tried to distract the Dark Troopers, sending shockwaves throughout the ship. The Dark Troopers quickly got to their feet, but failed to notice that another ship had landed, and this one was a T6 shuttle. From the monitors, the group could see the glowing white lightsabers of Ahsoka Tano moving in a blur, and soon the former Jedi Padawan arrived to save them from the Dark Troopers. Greeting Bo-Katan, Ahsoka had received her transmission and had traced the signal to the cruiser of Moff Gideon, now watching Grogu emerge. Mando recalls their failed attempt to search for a Jedi on top of Tython, and Ahsoka asks for him to try again, and this time she would help him. Leaving Moff Gideon's cruiser to Bo-Katan, Fennec Shand joins Boba Fett on his personal journey to the former palace of Jabba the Hutt, whilst Din Djarin and Cara Dune join Ahsoka on a journey to Tython. The T6 shuttle docked near the remaining parts of the Razor Crest, and Ahsoka walked up to the Seeing Stone with Grogu in her arms. Together, they meditated, and with the help of Ahsoka, they extend the range of their beacon. Without the threat of Moff Gideon's forces, Cara Dune soon spots an X-Wing flying from a distance, and Ahsoka walks down the hill, sensing a powerful presence in the Force. As soon as she saw the hooded figure step out of the ship, Ahsoka collapsed onto the grass. A short while later, she woke up, finding Luke Skywalker hovering over her, and she could not believe she was gazing at her master's offspring. Bowing to the Jedi, Ahsoka and Luke walk in silence as they clamber to Grogu and the Seeing Stone. Holding Grogu in his arms, Luke is curious about Ahsoka, having heard about her work in the rebellion from Leia, and the former Jedi tells Luke about her past, including his father. Luke senses the guilt from Ahsoka at his father's turn to the dark side, and informs her of what had happened during the Battle of Endor, as Vader had turned back to Anakin again. As if to confirm the truth, Ahsoka heard a voice she thought she would never hear again, and turned around to see the spirit of her master. Anakin asked Ahsoka to consider joining Luke's new Jedi Order and help raise Grogu, but Ahsoka still had scars from the Clone Wars, refusing the offer until she was ready. As Anakin's ghost faded away, Luke took off into space. That is it for What If Luke Skywalker Never Saved Grogu in The Mandalorian. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, subscribe to this channel and my other channel What If Films for more What Ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next and how I can improve my videos. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.